All right. Good late morning, early afternoon, everybody. Welcome to season 2, episode 10 of the Fantasy Guys. If you guys are a big fan of ours, you'll know that these faces right here, these two faces, is the former Wednesday show here at the Fantasy Guys.
Yep.
We are officially live. Like I said, we are here. Ready to have a great show today. So we got a few people missing due to weather or sickness. Our guest is not here today, Jesse the Don Donoghue. I hope you feel better. He could not make it because he is not feeling too well. And then Tony Moti cannot make it due to the weather situation. So we are here. It's me and Jose. We're here to answer all your questions. We're still here to have a show. So definitely looking forward to that. Jose, you ready to ride? You ready to answer all these people's questions? Make sure we take care of them and get it going.
Sorry for the timing, everybody, but we're here.
We're here.
We're here. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that everybody would be able to come, but once they confirmed it, we wanted to start the show either way. But we are officially live, like I said, season 2, episode 10 of the Fantasy Guys. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so trust me and Jose are going to definitely be chit-chatting right now. But with that said, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors of today. You got BC Adhesives, the Balkan House Restaurant, the Qahwa House, and Hanley International Academy. So, Yusuf, can you run the Hanley International Academy ad? They are our first sponsor of today. Don't forget Unique Coney Island and also Hammer Time True Value Hardware. But we're going to start off with Hanley, Yusuf David. Hanley International Academy. Hanley is a school that treats every student and staff like their own family. It's even in their vision statement, educating your child like our own. Did you also know that Hanley offers a virtual academy? So if you're looking for your kid to sign up for an online school, look no further than Hanley's Virtual Academy. But if you're looking for face-to-face, Hanley International Academy is located on 2400 Denton Street, Hamtramck, Michigan. The athletics there are great. The academics there are great. Shout out to the whole staff for being great teachers and educators for our leaders of tomorrow. All right, so with that said, Jose, what you talk about right now? Talk to me.
You know, you gotta be active. You gotta stay active out here. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling Yusuf about just staying true to the waiver wire, man. And there's gold out there. You just gotta clean the dirt off. You just gotta wipe the dirt, and bam, you got yourself a nice little diamond.
And the one you're referring to right now is Kadarius Toney.
Oh yeah.
And Christian Watson.
Yeah, right now it's a fight. Right now Watson just told me like, yo, I'm him.
Really?
Yep. He just said I'm him.
All right. So, Yusuf, can you give him his scenario right now, your scenario right now? Because Yusuf is in a scenario about dropping a player because Mike Williams is on IR. And we could share with that, just because I want to hear Jose's opinion. What your bench right now, because you have to drop somebody. So, who would you drop in this scenario? Because we want to put you on the spot right quick, Jose. And my question to you first, but while Yusuf gets that ready, is Christian Watson the number 1 receiver in Green Bay?
Yeah, 50-50. He hasn't. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is trusting Cobb still. Cobb is his go-to. It's looking like right now.
Okay.
But Watson is the most athletic, and is going to be the. He's getting polished right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So probably by the end of the year, he will be the number 1. But right now, no. He's right there. He's right behind him. I think one more game of. Well, the only thing that scares me is he's catching touchdowns only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give me like a nice 40-yard catch and then some earnums. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. The targets, I think, is still going towards Lazard a little bit more. But Watson's getting the touchdowns, man. And Aaron Rodgers, if he throws you up a ball, that's a big sign that he trusts you.
Yep.
Seriously.
And he's giving him an opportunity to make a play.
Yeah, and I think that's a big sign of a quarterback trusting a receiver for sure. So, Yusuf, can you tell us your scenario right quick and tell us who would you drop in this situation, Jose? Because he needs to make this decision probably before 1 o'clock. So go ahead, Yusuf.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the starters first so you know my team.
Okay.
So
he wants to rub it in?
Yeah, he
No,
does.
Go ahead.
So
No, it's cool. All
right.
Go ahead.
It'll be Hurts, Olave, Cooper, Pierce, McCaffrey, Andrews, and Pittman.
Okay.
So that's his starting lineup right now, okay? So
My bench is I got Thielen, Dillon, James Robinson, Brandon Ayuk. I just picked up Komet, but I have Andrews. Pacheco, Watson, Mike Williams, and Jameson Williams.
All right.
but Jameson Williams is on IR, so he doesn't count.
Yeah.
So from those guys, so basically I think personally it's between
James Robinson?
really
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I don't know because he has a green light schedule in the playoffs, man. And if Michael Carter goes down, he
Who
could
are your starting running backs?
Pierce and McCaffrey.
Pierce and McCaffrey. And your flex?
He has receivers, so it could be.
It's a PPR, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go receivers at the end.
Yeah.
See, me at the end of the year, I love going running backs
Me too. I mean,
because it gets colder, it gets harder to catch unless you're playing indoors. But I just feel like you got to think about well, if you're gonna keep a receiver, like the receiver that I would cut, I don't care. What would you guys say? Is probably Thielen.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When you said Thielen, I forgot about him, man. I probably would consider Thielen too, because you're never gonna start him.
Yeah.
Watson, I know he has a, it's like if you're talking about potential, he has a very high potential.
Absolutely.
And Thielen, he is who he is. That's exactly who he is. What he's been giving you all year is exactly who he is.
Now he's what? The third option.
Yeah, because Hawkinson's getting targets. I think
their
he's
third
out
option
targeting.
right now.
Yeah, he's out targeting Adam Thielen. But with that said, like I said, we got great topics for you guys today. Feel free to shoot the questions away. We're here to answer any questions that you may have. So feel free to ask any questions you'd like. And we always start off with Detroit Lions. I'm rocking a Detroit Lions t-shirt right now because they won 2 in a row.
Yep.
All right, they're looking good right now, Jose. So my question to you is, what do we do? What do we do right now? So the Lions right now, in terms of draft pick.
I know.
Yeah.
Guys, we're good.
Me too.
The Rams are gonna suck for us.
I
Don't
hope
worry
so.
about it.
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can see the Rams in like 2-3 weeks. Like, yo, we're not going. It's over, guys.
Shut down.
Shut Stafford down.
Yep.
Let's not chance this guy getting injured. We got him for another. Yeah, they're gonna fall back. We gotta, bro. You seen us? We're in the hunt.
Yeah.
We're
They
behind.
They put us in a picture.
We're behind Arizona.
Yeah. My opinion, that's funny, but my opinion is, first of all, even without the Rams, obviously that's just another positive. Listen, I'm done with this tanking stuff, man.
Yeah, give us something to be happy about.
Yeah,
Win.
like, I don't care about
Hey.
that tanking stuff anymore.
I'll tell you a great line another owner once said. Just win, baby.
Hey, do you start Mike Williams today, by the way?
Do I start Mike Williams, by
Yeah.
the way? Honestly, I like... Man, damn, that guy just... I'm not a big fan of Olave yet.
Okay.
I could start Mike Williams over Olave easily, but... I'm just saying, because you're lying,
Yeah.
because that's what he's asking me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I know the only good thing about Olave is the Saints are always down, and he's getting, those...
He's the number one there, but that's the issue is that Olave is he's been low-key quiet.
He's just... I mean, he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
Next year, he's probably going to be a guaranteed wide receiver 2, lock-in every week.
Yeah.
But, don't get me wrong, maybe I'm not paying attention to him, because mostly everybody that owns him has got him in their starting lineup. So, and I'm going against him. But...
All right, so you start Mike Williams?
I don't know, man. Mike Williams is
Yeah, he's one of those guys, man.
But if there's anybody moving forward from the Chargers receivers I want is Mike Williams, because Keenan Allen that hammy looks like it's a year-long linger.
Yeah. Yeah. So going back to the Lions, you said just win, baby. The Raiders not doing that, but Lions. You think that?
I think listen, you're playing good football. Keep it going. Dan Campbell doesn't want to lose nobody from his coaching staff, so he has to win. You feel me? We lost, Audrey Thornton, who's a great freaking DB's coach.
Yeah.
Was picked up by the Green Bay Packers.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it was the Green Bay Packers or Minnesota. Somebody
Okay.
picked him up. He ain't go far.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And probably within our division is what you're saying
Bing
too.
bong.
So he's over there snitching on us right now, talking mad smack. So Lions today playing against the Giants on the road. What % chance you got us winning today?
About 25-30. Giants is a great team.
Balanced.
They got the most dangerous run game, probably. Well, yeah. I don't care. They got Saquon Barkley,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Mr. Number 1 right now.
Can you see the Lions winning this game though?
You're supposed to say it like this. Jose.
Can you see? Can you see the Lions? So you said 25-30%. Honestly, man.
I mean, I can see them sneak. Listen, but
it's our defense. Our
yeah,
defense
that's
has to
what
play
I'm about. We need our defense to step up today.
Yeah.
But outside in the weather, in the cold, it's on the road.
Run the ball, man. That's what we got to do, man. I don't understand
Yo,
why.
what's going on?
Swift?
What's going on? He's not healthy.
Yeah.
I told. Listen, my best friend Jay called me on the phone and asked me about him. Me and my cousin Mock go back and forth about him. I think he's not 100%. I think not this week. They're not trying to play him too much because they got a game Thursday, man. That's a 3-day turnaround. It's horrible, man. That's brutal what they do to these players. Wallah.
It is. Thursday games are messed up. As fans, we love it because we get to watch another game. But to me, those Thursday games is tough, bro.
Yeah.
The beating that they take is not
man.
easy. And I don't know how they the NFL made that happen, but they did, which is okay. So at the end of the day, going back to the Lions, to me, they have to run the football today, and they have to play good defense. One of those, it's like one of those late December kind of game plans.
Oh, I just realized.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson versus your boy Thibodeau. It was
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Hey, Aiden Hutchinson right now is playing very well.
Is he him?
I mean,
Not yet. He's not him yet.
he's not him, but he's worth where we took him because of all the other people that got drafted around that area. We weren't going to take Sauce Gardner.
Just because.
So it's,
and thank God we didn't, because Jeff Okuda's playing like he's supposed to be.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even considering Sauce, I think. So it's like, we can't get mad at
I
them
seen
not
a
taking
couple
Sauce.
rankings where they had Sauce going number 2.
Really?
One loss. Great.
Okay. I mean,
Well,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I love
didn't-
having lockdown corners too,
Yeah,
bro.
but not only that, listen. If you have a lockdown corner, he's useless if you don't have a defensive line.
That's true, because all it takes is for them to
Yeah,
keep
an
the
extra
quarterbacks.
second or two.
Yeah,
It's just,
that's true. But the great defensive line can make any corner look good.
yeah, absolutely.
Bringing that pressure on, having a quarterback.
Yeah, Sue had our our corners looking like tears.
Speaking of Sue, went to the Eagles. What do you
Fly
think about
Eagles,
that?
I mean, I don't blame him. He's a businessman.
And the Eagles, man, they're all
He wants
in.
another championship.
The Eagles took the playbook Hakal Rams and decided, like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go all in, and
They didn't even go all in. They're not losing draft picks that much. They're not. They still got their main core. They got what? Robert Quinn for a 4th rounder. They picked up Sue. They picked up Vinell Joseph, that
Yeah.
defensive tackle. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Now they got a defensive tackle rotation.
ridiculous.
It's a wrap.
Their team
That's
is ridiculous.
all you need for as long as you got 2 solid defensive linemen and you got 2 more on the sideline waiting to rotate. You're unstoppable.
Swift, Pittman, or Foreman is our question right now. Swift, Pittman, or Foreman?
God. First of all, shout out to Dante Foreman for coming back to the NFL. Great story.
Yeah, man.
That guy's amazing.
I'm happy for him,
I'm
bro.
very happy. It's great. That hard work pays off. He's the definition, straight up.
For sure.
You know what?
Foreman Mills?
But I want to say Swift so bad. Listen, everybody's mad about Pittman. I know Matt Ryan is back. You know, Jeff Saturday is coaching. He's gonna do the obvious. You throw to Pittman, you run with Taylor. It's simple in that team, right?
That's good. That's what it should have been all year.
Exactly. I think Frank was overthinking.
Yeah, he was
man.
overthinking it, man, because Jonathan Taylor was playing terrible.
But out of those 3, I want to say Swift, Foreman, Pittman. But if it's a PPR, Swift is the most dynamic out of the bunch because he can run and catch.
Is it true that they said that they're gonna get more touches?
Who, Swift?
Yeah.
I read this, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? It was like he's coming back, but they're going to ease him. They were doing like a 40%. Last week they did about 60%. They said by today, but I think with the weather and this, when the cold plays a factor, I'd say by Thanksgiving he's 100% full-blown going.
So who would you go with, man? Swifty or Pittman?
Yeah, I'd see there was Swift or Pittman just because the Carolina's defense can play terrible. And
Yeah, it could be an ugly game in
who
that.
are they playing today?
Baltimore.
Bodymore.
Hey, Baltimore low key, man. I like their trajectory where they're going with their defense. That last game that they had, I forgot who it was against. They looked
I think it
very
was the
good.
Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. Like that defense looked real. And my man from Michigan is coming back soon too. I heard.
David Ojolari?
Yeah, and I think their defense is gonna be good. So watch out for.
Speaking of Michigan.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh,
Big game
boy.
this Saturday, huh?
First of all, that was the most uncomfortable Michigan game I remember in a very, very long time. Because in college, you never, ever want to depend on your kicker.
That's true.
That's how I feel. But Moody,
No, he's the truth, bro.
he's the truth.
I think
Congratulations,
he's an
man.
NFL kicker.
You just locked yourself an NFL career.
I think so.
I mean,
too,
he
man.
had it before this game, but like now you got to win under your belt. You know what I'm saying? And
How
stuff
many
like-
misses does he have in his career?
I don't
Oh,
want
this
to talk
season.
about it.
Okay.
Might jinx him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the big game is Sunday against Columbus. You know, Blake's knee. We don't know how it's. I was praying it was like a sprain. You know what I'm saying? I can see him wearing a brace, but is he going to be as effective? Listen, Ohio State's defense is not all that. Their run defense is all right. Our run defense is number 1 in the country, and we had 2 of our top tier running backs out. That being said, make it simple for McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? No deep passes. You got to take the deep pass. I'm sorry. You got to take 1 or 2 shots. Remember last year? I told you they have to control the ground, and you're not going to worry about C.J. Stroud on the field because he gets a couple opportunities. If the king, you can't give the guy opportunities like yesterday.
There's a couple things I learned with this college football season. First of all, it's a weird season, by the way. I don't know how you. I mean, maybe it's from my
Is it
perspective.
because of the Tennessee loss?
State sucks, but Tennessee losing. Like the top half is very beatable.
Yep. I mean, listen,
Even Georgia's beatable, man.
they're beatable, but Georgia being Georgia.
You know. Yeah, Tennessee
Yeah, they lost to South
And then
Carolina.
another thing that-
63-31.
The quarterbacks.
6 touchdowns thrown.
The quarterbacks are probably not as good as we're making them out to be.
Okay, what about Spencer Rattler now? What's up with him, guys?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Why not?
He's probably gonna go in the second round.
I'll
right
take
now.
him in as a second rounder. I would. I'll take Spencer Rattler all day in the second
He's
round.
the
Why not?
albino Patrick Mahomes. The guy
Yeah.
can throw, and he was like putting the ball, like the play he made where he ran to the right, came back and threw the, you know what I'm saying, right
Yeah.
to his. He kept the play alive. I loved it, but
Yeah.
I mean, he outplayed Hooker.
Yep. And Hayden Hooker was projected maybe first rounder, and he outplayed him.
Yo,
so it's like-
man, this is gonna be a crazy quarterback class. You know what I'm saying?
because nobody's gonna know who's. I mean,
We
well,
don't-
I think Bryce Young is still the one, but I think that nobody's gonna know how to rank the top 5 at all.
you're gonna see ranks where there's gonna be Stroud at one. There's
Yeah.
nobody's gonna have the same. It's not gonna be the same.
And that's why it's a good year for the Lions. to be
Yes,
okay.
with multiple picks.
Yeah.
We got 4 picks in the first 64 picks?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it's 465 or something like that. But yeah, man, like.
No, and don't forget, listen. Miami doesn't have a first round pick this year.
Oh, yeah.
So there's one. That's huge.
So we really, oh no, okay, because that was when we were the worst team. We have like 3 first. They were saying like we had 3 first round
whatever.
picks, but now we're not. But still, man, honestly, I'm looking forward to that. All right, Hadil Azokori, shout out to Hadil. Said yo, shout out to Hadil.
Yo.
All right, with that said, let's keep it rolling. We were talking about the Lions. Okay, going back to the Detroit Lions. Last final thing I do want to say is, fans that are listening and watching, you know, be patient with this team. I'm happy that they're winning. Let's not talk about tanking. I see a lot of people talking about tanking. Forget that. It's time that we win.
We don't do
All
that
right?
no more.
We don't do that anymore.
We got good GMs that can draft good guys. You don't need to lose to get the player you need. I'm sorry, you don't. It's never a player you need. It's a position you need to get filled,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure. So, all right. So what I wanted to do with Jose today is we wanted to talk about different kinds of, awards that's going on. So it's mid-season award. We're a little bit past mid-season now, but want to go over the awards and see how would we award certain people. Okay. So starting off with the Coach of the Year. Okay. Who would you give right now the Coach of the Year award to? And I know some people might think it's obvious, maybe like Brian Dable, but to me, there's a couple people that you kind of like gotta say like, wow, hats off to these guys. All right. First of all, I gotta think about this right quick because I know that when I was looking at the list, I was like, man, there's a few good ones.
Yeah.
But Brian Dable definitely jumps out. What about you, Jose? What you got?
mine is. I'm gonna automatically put him on this list because every year for the past 3 years he's been on the list consistently. Mr. Mike Vabrook, bro.
Yeah.
That's he's the man.
He is.
He should be the commissioner of the NFL.
Mhm.
He's good. I love him.
Listen, he is what we want Dan Campbell.
And when
to
I
be.
seen him call a timeout just so Derrick Henry can tie his shoes,
He knows what's up.
yeah, see this guy, bro.
He knows what's up.
He is like,
All right.
he is what we wanted Dan Campbell to be.
We got somebody calling in. All right.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Yeah, who do we have
To
calling?
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yeah, who do we got calling in?
We got Tundra.
Shout out to Eric Ratonia.
Wow.
How we doing, boys?
I'm doing well, man. How are you, my brother?
Easy E.
We're doing great.
What's going on,
We're
Eric?
doing great. I got a question for you.
Yes.
I need one of these running backs.
Talk to me.
I got Cordero Patterson, Michael Carter, or DeAndre Swift.
Oof. That's sad that we are at the point where DeAndre Swift is in these conversations, man.
I know, man. He got like 5 touches last week, so I'm nervous.
I feel you.
Atlanta's playing Chicago. I think I'll go
yeah.
Patterson, man.
I mean, Patterson.
it's a revenge game.
Is it?
I mean, he played for Chicago.
I know he played for Chicago, but
He's not mad at them, but you
he's
know.
their Swiss Army knife. He's
Yeah.
their only option.
I would go Patterson, sadly. Sadly, I would go Patterson. I would go Swift second and then Carter third. That's how I would rank them.
I absolutely agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you, though, Eric? The leader of the Boom Phillies right now, Eric Ratonia, sitting at 31.4%. Shout out to my man Ratonia. Do you
But,
want to
hey,
share with us your Boom Phillies, by the way?
Yeah, I forgot a couple of them, but we got Deontay Foreman, we got Patterson, we got who else did I say?
I got you right here. You got
Sorry, I'm
Foreman,
blanking. You put me on the
Pollard,
spot.
Patterson, and Claypool. Foreman, Pollard, Patterson, and
That's right.
Claypool. That's Eric Ratonio's Boom Phillies right now, sitting at first place. I can quickly go over the percentages. Right behind him is myself at second place at 30.4%. Eric's at 31.4%. In third place is the guests at 27.2%. Then you got the hottest man right now, Jose, 21.6%.
Yep.
Then you got Moti, 19.5%. And now I know why Tony didn't show up. It makes sense. 19.2%.
Hey,
It
Yusuf,
all makes
just
sense.
for the record,
It does make sense.
since Umar told me to shut up and man up,
Yes.
I lead the panel in picks.
You do. He
Just
is.
so
He's
you
been
know.
he's been the hottest man since
Started
then.
off 0-14.
Yep.
That was crazy because my brother Mo was right here making fun of me.
You know what's funny is that Tony's not here today. I didn't take that into consideration. Tony, man, if you're at home watching,
Boo.
show up, Tony. Man up and
Hey,
show up.
do we got a boo sound effect?
Do we got a boo or what are you about to give?
hate Tony.
There you
Better
go.
than
That's good
anything
enough.
else.
That's better. Yes. But Ratonio, do you got any final comments?
No, you guys have a great week.
You, too, man. Good luck,
And
man.
happy Thanksgiving as well.
You
Happy
too, brother.
Thanksgiving,
Happy
man.
holidays.
Peace.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to Eric Ratonio. We appreciate Ratonio for the call in.
All right.
Going back to the coaches, right? First of all, Mike McDaniel. What do you think about him? He's in the conversation, right? 7-3, changed the Dolphins' offense around. They look like a trash.
First of all, they're leading their division.
Leading their division, 7-3, could possibly. I'm not saying they are, but could possibly be contending for number one seed in the
he's up
AFC.
there. He's top.
And
he's in the
biggest
conversation.
thing to me though is he got Tua in the MVP talks.
So listen to this real quick, guys. My brother Faddis has got 2 quarterbacks on his team. He had 2 tight ends that he just lost, Waller and Ertz. Ouch, big time, right? He has 2 quarterbacks. He has Jalen Hurts and Tua. I told him to keep the quarterbacks and fish for a goddamn tight end until Waller comes back because, you know, it's that year for the tight ends.
Yeah.
He wants to trade Tua for Higbee.
Mm.
I told him, look, man,
Can't do that.
from my experience in fantasy, I never, ever give up my backup. I don't care what it is. I'd rather have you sit on my bench than for me to get a player hurt and scrambling on the waivers. That's the thing I hate the most.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one thing I've learned. Like, man, you gotta keep your depth, man.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
A good team, like just like in the NFL, somebody goes down, the next man steps up, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, for sure. And you want to have that.
and that's
consistent
what he
points.
was called. We were having this talk yesterday. So, do you guys? I made him pick up Foster Marino, the
Yeah.
tight end from the Raiders. I was like,
Dan
bro,
Marino?
pick him up and ride him out till Waller comes back. Screw it. You might find somebody like pop off and in the middle. But how do you guys feel? Are you?
Are you in that same league with him?
Yeah.
See, look at Jose, by the way, guys. He gives his brother advice in the same league as his brother.
Yeah.
Great guy.
I felt bad because my team is last place.
Oh, okay.
And
You wanna see somebody
I
big-
traded. I took one of my brothers. I should have never did it. I feel so bad now because I took him away from him. Like,
He could have been a championship team.
yeah.
Who was it? Who did you take away?
Oh,
Oh, who was that?
that's a damn K9.
K9. Watch out for him.
Hey, K9 is projected 19 next week.
Get
bro.
out of here.
He's on the can't cut list.
Oh, for sure. Listen,
That
guys.
guy is a dog. He is now. When I say he's him, he's him. That's who I want next year. I think he's gonna be the guy that's gonna guaranteed lock. You know what I'm saying?
15 to 20 points.
Oh my God, that guy's a
And
dog.
he's only a rookie. They get
And
better.
my other league, I picked him up, and like my work league, I was terrible, but with the dogs. But he's on a bye week this week, man.
Rashard Penny is not.
No,
I don't know.
hey, it's over.
Yeah.
Penny it was his contract year, my guy. Remember? Did he get a contract? I think Penny got a contract.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But regardless, I don't care.
Yeah, and plus, not only that,
He's
those,
him.
Those injuries are dangerous. Kenneth Walker's showing that he's him, and plus, to be honest with you, but man, Pete Carroll, you gotta watch out for him. He might try to re-sign Rashad Penny because he's loyal. Pete Carroll's loyal, man. He's one of those guys that's a loyal coach.
Kenneth Walker next week is a top 10 projection.
Who's he going up against? Why has he got 19? That's kind
He's
of crazy.
going against the Raiders.
Okay, I can see that.
And he right now, the person that's projected ahead of him is Austin Eckler. Look at that.
That guy's crazy. So going back to my comment when I told Tony this, I was like, Tony, this is on Ziad's show in August. I was like, draft a guy like Kenneth Walker in the 8th, 9th round because we were talking about
Not
quarterbacks. That's what I was saying. I was talking about this was in August, like the first week. So I was like, and then you'll be able to get any quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Now, Jose.
Yes. The funny thing is, same concept with my brother Faddis. And he took Jalen Hurts at the end, towards the end of this draft. And then he was telling me, come on, man, I want one of them running backs, them rookies that nobody knows about. Oh, they know about him now. And what sucks is, like, I need a miracle for the next 5 weeks just to be in the playoffs. And he's like number 3. He's like 2 games.
He needs a running back right now, don't he?
He doesn't need a running back right now. It's just would have been his flex.
Oh, okay.
His running backs are, but he has Fournette. I don't like Fournette. He's trending down.
Yeah.
He has McCaffrey, but he has like Miles Sanders. He has depth at that position regardless.
Yeah.
James Robinson.
Yeah.
And stuff. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I see.
Nothing to be alarmed about, but.
For sure. Yusuf, can you run that Qahwa House ad? We got to make sure we get our ads in, and then we're going to continue on with Coaches of the Year. Feel free to chime in. Rico said, where's Own 14 at? He's at home. He's losing.
He has a bye week.
Yes. So go ahead, Yusuf. The Qahwa House. The Qahwa House is the first coffee shop of its kind. The Qahwa House is a family business established in 2017 for the sole purpose of providing the best quality Yemeni coffee with no added preservatives, artificial additives, or flavors. You can stop by Qahwa House to try their famous Yemeni latte, Adani Shahi, Mafawad, and Jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries, such as the Yemeni favorite sabaya, their sembusas, and their new menu item, Everything Mini Bites. There are currently 4 Qahwa House locations, with 2 of them coming soon as well, to make it a total of 6. Their 4 locations is West Dearborn, East Dearborn, Williamsburg, New York, Lombard, Illinois, with 2 new locations coming in Canton, Michigan, and Petersburg, New Jersey. So no matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by a Qahwa House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. Shout out to Qahwa House, by the way. Their new location in New Jersey is out there and it's up and running. All right, it's up and running. So shout out to Qahwa House. They got 5 locations. Canton is coming soon. Munir Ghazali said George Pickens or Scary Terry. I'm starting Scary Terry. He has a great relationship with Taylor Heineke. I bet you Scary Terry's in the locker room whispering in the coach's ears like, don't let this guy Wentz come back in the starting lineup, please.
Please
don't. I would start Scary Terry. Even if Pickens do better, I just think you drafted Scary Terry. Now he's finally playing probably where you hoped that he would be playing. This is not the time to sit him. Plus, they're playing Houston. I can see a lot of possessions.
Yep.
So you got Scary Terry as well? All right. Coaches of the Year, I'm going to quickly run some over to you. I know you said you got Mike Vrabel. That was the guy last year. I was very high on him. I don't see them giving it to him back-to-back years because they could be stingy like that. So Mike McDaniel, you got Robert Saleh, 6-3 Jets. Let's keep it going.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, yeah. Damn, it's not even that many. Nick Sirianni, maybe. Brian Dable, I mentioned him already.
Yeah, now we're going to-
what's my man? Minnesota's coach. What's his name, man? Kevin. Yeah, 8-1. I forgot his
Kevin
last name.
O'Donnell.
Yeah, 8-1.
Yeah.
8-1. I mean, dude, he deserves just as much credit as
and he just
anybody.
beat probably the best team in the AFC.
Yeah,
At their home.
And they got Pete Carroll. I mean, you got Pete
And they
Carroll.
got the best fantasy player.
Who? Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like him.
I'm him.
Pete Carroll, he deserves some credit too.
Respect.
Definitely deserves some
Put
credit.
his name in there just because he's got more wins than the Broncos.
Yeah. Pickens or Ayuk in another league. Munir Ghazali said Pickens or Ayuk.
Give me Ayuk just because of the high-octane offense.
So let me give you a quick stat, Munir Ghazali. Believe it or not, Ayuk is wide receiver 20 right now.
He's outplaying Debo.
Yes. So
He is the number 1 wide receiver on that team now.
So as Yusuf, I think I mentioned this before the season. I was like, 2 years ago, Ayuk outscored Debo. Last year, Debo was a monster.
Yep.
This year, they were going drafted like 10 rounds apart probably.
Yep.
Debo's going second. He was going like 11th, 12th. And now Ayuk is playing better than Debo.
Yeah, man, I hate when people that don't know football end up doing smart football decisions.
Yeah, it's crazy. People get lucky in fantasy.
that's-
I mean, look, I know, but
funny.
they do definitely get that. I personally would go Ayuk. He's a consistent 12 to
Absolutely.
15 points with maybe sneaking a touchdown. Even though Pickens, man, I see what you're going with this. Pickens low-key in that offense now with Claypool not there.
He's
He's getting his touches.
It's not that he's getting his touches. He's getting he's making the plays when nobody else is.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson has fallen off, and you can't.
You could argue that he's the number 1 player.
Yeah, I
on
was
the
about to
team.
say you can't name their number 3 receivers.
Yeah. But I would go Ayuk because he's safe. And Monday night, by the way, great time to have. I mean, you love having players on Monday night. So I personally would start Ayuk as well, Munir Ghazali. Hope that answers your question. So your final answer is Mike Vrabel. I'm gonna go with Brian Daboll because of how bad the Giants were. I'm gonna go with him for right now. But Kevin, whatever from the Minnesota Vikings is number 2 on my list.
Yeah. So we can put them all on there.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We got a lot. So next up, we got comeback player of the year.
Saquon Barkley.
Easily Saquon.
Easily.
We're not even gonna argue that one. Defensive player of the year.
Ooh.
This is tough.
This one is tough.
Who is it?
I mean, you got like 2-3 people that lead the league in sacks. Hey,
If you don't mind me asking, who is that? Because I don't even know.
Zadarius. I think it's like Zadarius Smith.
He's definitely not gonna be it.
Matt Judon.
Really? Matt Judon is up there. That's
Yep.
crazy.
And I don't know who the third one. I think like you know what? You want to do a crazy one right now?
What?
He's gonna win 2 awards this year.
Rookie and defensive player?
This guy.
Stop it. They ain't gonna give it to him. They ain't gonna give it to him.
I'm him.
He's saucy. All right.
Yeah. So.
Offensive player of the year.
Ooh. Offensive player of the year.
Is it Eckler or Justin Jefferson?
It's none. They're gonna probably give it to a quarterback, man.
Okay. What? What are you about to say? You about to say something? Stop, man.
Wow, this guy. What are you, a Bears fan?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but yeah.
I don't think so. I think Justin Fields is gonna slow down a little bit. I hope so, because I hate the Bears, man.
I mean, look, it's a crazy season because like I was trying to think of a but
the
like
quarterbacks are not going crazy, man.
Yeah, like
they're not going crazy.
I mean, Mahomes is still.
He's solid.
Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback, number 1 fantasy player. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, I personally would go with Justin Jefferson or Austin Eckler for Offensive Player of the Year, even though I think Tyreek Hill. What am I saying? Tyreek Hill's eating this year, bro. He's eating.
I think he's gonna break the receiving record.
Yeah, me too. Me too, because like he's
breaking everyone. Like, well, the most catches by week 8 and the most catches by week 9.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, I'll be straight up. I wasn't too high on Tyreek Hill going into.
I didn't
this
trust
year.
Tua, man.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill just makes complete sense, and I swear I would take him in the first round next year, anytime, in a heartbeat.
Oh my
Because of the fact of like how Tua is and how Tyreek is. Like, if I actually put 1 + 1 together, it made sense. But I don't know why it just never really crossed my mind.
And he went like in the 3rd round.
Yeah, he went some leagues 3rd round. Like,
Fourth.
imagine you had 2 RB1s and Tyreek Hill. Then, like, your team is probably stacked right now, man.
Man,
Tyreek Hill, that's crazy.
I'm him.
All right, here we go. Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's between
Kenneth Walker.
or Olave.
Man, next Kenneth Walker.
Not yet. I don't think he
Take-
won yet.
I think
Damian
he locked it. It's either
Damian
him and
Pierce?
I was about to say him and Pierce.
Yeah.
Don't bring Olave into this conversation.
He
like
was in it like a couple weeks
that. Yeah,
ago.
like week 5 when he caught like 2 touchdowns that one.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's between Walker and Pierce, man. They're carrying their teams, guys.
I agree. Defensive rookie is a clear cut Sauce Gardner,
It's between Sauce and Hutchinson, my boy.
and Tariq Woolen. Don't sleep on him, man. From Seattle,
Yeah,
man.
the corner.
The corner is playing really well, man. It's just Seattle doesn't really probably get that much love.
Excellent.
All right. Then we're gonna do. We already did Coach of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We did all.
Now.
Yes, yeah.
Man, you better get your.
Matthew Slater. Stuff like. Yusuf just said special.
What
teams
about the
player of
most
year.
important award?
All right, so here we go.
MVP.
Oh, MVP. There you go. That's what I forgot right there. Before we do that, we got Allison Tuckwab. All right. He said, my opinion is because of Aaron Rodgers' hand injury, the hand injury plays should put him with Matt LaFleur and let Aaron Rodgers tell Jordan Love where to go on the field and score. And Aaron Rodgers.
He
Okay.
won't. He is not that type of guy to do that.
Aaron Rodgers is not giving up his spot unless it's week 18, and then he just wants to sit out that last final game because they're not relevant. Aaron Rodgers is chilling. Aaron Rodgers could be traded. I'm hearing rumors that at the end of the year, there's a possibility. I mean, I don't know who's going to want to take on that contract, but if somebody still sees potential in him, Aaron Rodgers could be traded. And I was like, there was, I think Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, he said Seattle.
Seattle. That's actually a great spot. Why not?
Seattle needs.
They're built,
I know they're built.
ready to
but
win. I'm just saying, like they put that quarterback in. Even though, listen, Geno Smith is having a very good year, and they are not losing because of Geno. I swear they're not.
Because you know why? They wrote him off.
Yeah. Shout out to Geno. That's a comeback player of the year, man. I might give it to him over Saquon, bro.
Yeah, but Saquon's leading the league in yards and rushing.
But he was already great. Like Geno, man, they wrote him off, bro. And he got his team 6. I mean, I don't know. That's an argument.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Geno Smith is one of the greatest stories I've seen in recent.
Got him in fantasy football, starting him over Dak Prescott on a weekly basis.
People are starting Geno over Tom Brady. People are starting Geno over a lot of quarterbacks right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody would
Tom
have ever
Brady
thought that.
undefeated since the divorce.
So who's MVP?
Patrick Mahomes.
Really? I'm giving it to Tua, bro.
Maybe a
I'm gonna jump on that Tua hype train. He's undefeated this year.
two.
He's undefeated. My man is just having fun. They're having
Can
fun.
somebody make it make sense?
Who won MVP
Josh
last time?
Allen.
Did he?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I feel like that's not. Yeah, maybe it was. I don't know. Who won MVP last year?
All right.
We could look it up.
MVP.
Why? What's your point?
You guys don't think Tyreek Hill, if he gets to 1,000, he'll get it?
There people mentioned that he might be a dark horse to get it because of the fact that he's such an impactful player on that Miami team. But to me, if
Oh my God! It was Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers won MVP last year,
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, guys.
that's crazy. So going back to Tua, all right,
Back to tuna.
Tuna,
Big tuna.
undefeated, and if they get the MVP award, right? If Tyreek Hill's in that conversation, you got to kind of go back to the quarterback. They love giving it to quarterbacks. It's hard to give it to a
Absolutely.
receiver, any skill player. So MVP, I can see Patrick Mahomes also being the MVP, number one team in the AFC,
Yeah.
playing great without
Saquon Barkley.
lost Tyreek Hill. Saquon Barkley is literally the Giants' offense. Daniel Jones is playing well. He's playing good enough. But
Well,
to me,
I would put him in here, but he's been playing kind of iffy past couple weeks. Jalen Hurts.
yeah, Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna lie to you, Yusuf. You own Jalen Hurts owners, don't be surprised if there's like a little drop off. Like, I know he was putting up like that 30 ball, 35 ball in the beginning of the year because Dallas Goedert is an important piece to that team. And when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles offense, right? You look at a team where it's like you got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith, like, okay, and then you got Goddard. Like, oh, damn, that third piece messes it up. Well, now Goddard is out. I'm not going to lie to you. I still think he's solid. I just don't think, like, he was, like, borderline number one quarterback.
I feel you.
I see now him being, like, drop off a little bit. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can I just say something? I feel you, but he has an easy schedule coming.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping Jalen Hurts
You
goes
ready?
off for Yusuf's sake.
Colts, Packers, Titans hard, Giants, Chicago, Dallas, New Orleans. All beatable.
Yeah,
All winnable.
for
We
sure.
are going to the championship with him.
There you go. Shout out to my man Jalen Hurts. You guys got any comments, questions? Feel free to shoot them. We're here to answer any of your questions. We're probably going to be here for another half hour, so please feel free to shoot those questions away. All right. With that said, next thing I want to talk about before we do that, Yusuf, let's give a shout out to Unique Coney Island. Shout out to my man Sambo, Nate, and everybody over there at Unique Coney Island. I actually ate there like last week. Food is A1, mashallah, delicious. Shout out to Unique Coney Island, Sambo, and Nate.
Unique Coney Island. Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also have a reward system there, where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. Their location is 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, and everyone over there at Unique Coney Island for the best conies around.
Shout out to everybody, like I said, at Unique Coney Island. My next question to you, and we were talking about this rookie class that's probably going to come out with the quarterbacks, right? And they are, there's a lot of question marks happening. And it matters to us because we're Lions fans. And Lions, we don't know where we're at. We don't know where we're at as a team in terms of quarterback-wise. Like, we got Goff. We could keep him for another year. Not that expensive. Or else you'd be expensive backup if we did try to go after a quarterback early. But I really want to focus on the quarterback class of 2021, right? Which was highly touted. I would be the first person to tell you that I was very high on this class. I thought at least 3 of them would be, franchise changers. And now going back, let's grade the class, okay? I want you to give a letter grade to the 2021 quarterback class. We got Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, and Davis Mills, okay? I got to include in Davis Mills, all right? So, starting off with Trevor Lawrence, who I thought was going to be the next Andrew Luck or something of that nature. You said C. I agree.
Yeah, for Trevor Lawrence right now. He's
For sure.
average. He's not sticking out, but he took over the Jaguars. He ain't take over a good team, my guy.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck took over a good team. That's the difference.
Yeah, so I give Trevor Lawrence as well as a C. He's been average. I agree with that. I think that I still see the potential, and I think them getting Calvin Ridley was a great pickup. You know, Christian Kirk, don't get me wrong, great receiver, but he's a 2-3 on a team. He's not a 1. All right? Getting Calvin Ridley, he's playing like a 1, but I don't think he's literally a 1 receiver. I think he's a 2 on a team. Like, you want him to be a 2 on a team so that he could really be his full potential. Calvin Ridley coming, I think he could come in and jump in and immediately be that 1 on the team. So, and you know, they're giving them the pieces. They're doing the right thing. Jacksonville is doing it the right way. They're loading up. They got their coach that they want. So, but I still think Lawrence is playing like a C level. Like, you look at his stats, you'd be like, what the heck? Like, you know, it's random. Like, only 200 yards passing. I don't know. Like, I don't watch Jacksonville games to sit there and tell you how that's happening. Just know that his stats, like you said, does not pop out. Does not pop out.
But he's doing a good job managing games.
He is.
Trevor Lawrence was the first pick.
Yes.
Number 1 overall.
Overall. Yep.
So do you guys think he's not living up to it?
No.
See, I would say no as of right now, but I wouldn't call him a bad number 1 pick yet,
It's
though.
already been 2 years, right?
Yeah, but 3 years is usually the judgment. 3 years. You give everybody 3 years, all right? Coaches, players, everybody, you give them 3 years. Justin Fields. And
No.
like 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, we were talking about Justin Fields not being that guy. And since then, he listened to the show, and then he took it offensive, and he's that guy right now. But your answer is no?
No, I'm saying you skipped the quarterback. But go ahead.
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
But go ahead. Sorry.
Trey Lance,
You skipped another quarterback.
Zach Wilson.
There he is.
All right.
He went number 2.
Number 2, Zach Wilson. We could go with Zach Wilson.
Yeah, now I give you a D for that. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's good quarterbacks taken after him.
Zach Wilson is a D to me too. What's your uncle's name? That'd be chilling with
Uncle
us.
Sal?
Uncle Sal. Uncle Sal. I told him he's not that guy, bro. Zach Wilson is not that guy, man. Like Uncle Sal is that guy, by the way.
Yeah, he
All
is.
right, but Zach
is.
Wilson to me is not that guy. He to me is. To me, he's just. He's not the answer.
Yeah,
He's not gonna win you games.
Yeah.
He's a manager, but he's not gonna win you games.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson to me is who he is. If I'm the Jets, I would already start considering replacing him because they have a great team.
You can't.
Yes, you can because people need to understand that.
It's a window.
Yeah,
That
like
window closes quick, like the wind's coming in, boy.
man, like people like they hold on to things too long. Like you gotta let it go. Like Zach Wilson gotta go straight
Rip
up.
it off like a band-aid.
Yeah, like because to me the Jets are a good team, bro.
But you got to understand that was Mo Salah's very first pick.
I know.
Robert Saleh, I said Mo
I
Salah.
know. He's
But,
gonna stick with him for one more year.
Yeah.
But my grade is a D as well. So we're agreeing so far on the grade letters. And then Trey Lance is a F. He's a F. Trey Lance is a F.
They traded the house.
Can you give him a thought, please? Trey Lance is definitely a thought. Shout out to Motils right there, all right? Trey Lance is definitely an F.
Yep.
No good so far.
Yep.
Why?
Giving him nothing. I know he got hurt
Why are you saying that?
because he hasn't done nothing for San Francisco.
And you traded the house for him.
Yes.
You didn't just trade.
That's the hard part.
You didn't just sit there and had him fall to your lap. You gave up first-round picks. A
Yeah.
lot.
He's hurt.
Put your mic on, Yusuf, man, so people can hear you, man. You want to say what you got? No, but go ahead, bro. Say what you got to say.
All right, listen. I think Yusuf's got a soft spot for Trey Lance. But my
No,
thing is,
listen.
but what did he do in college?
Yeah.
There's a reason why they. What do you mean? He was a baller, bro. Top 3 quarterback.
My man, he played one game during that Corona season for South Dakota. He played for a Division II school.
He
I'm just
wanted
saying.
the job over Garoppolo, man.
No, he was forced the job over Garoppolo
That,
because you
Oh,
gave up.
yeah.
You gave up a lot. He sat out the first year. Red flag already. You ain't outbeat him right away.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
good quarterbacks would have been on the field right away.
And by the way,
But-
Garoppolo took his team
But
to the
I know
NFC
what
championship.
Yusuf is saying. Don't give him an F yet because there's still room for opportunity. You know, he still got.
Listen, he definitely has room. Listen, I'm not saying that the San Francisco should give up on him, by the
But
way.
as of right now,
because
it's
what
bad.
they traded for him is so like right now.
And
if I'm
yeah.
San Francisco, I'm so
Because
mad.
you were supposed to be the Miami Dolphins.
It's injury, man.
I know. I'm just mad though because of the fact that we traded
but you
so
can't
much.
say he did nothing for them if he's hurt.
Because he still hasn't done nothing yet.
Because he, like Jose said, he should have won the job his rookie year. Like you did all that, he should have won the job his rookie year.
Okay.
You know.
But
and
you
then-
know what they're trying to do? They're trying to give him that Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know, sit him out for a year. Try to be
And
like-
it kind of worked out because they got to the NFC Championship, and then this year he got hurt. It's tough, but I'm still, you know, I think it was a failure pick. Now, Justin Fields, where you got him at, Jose? Because I know you got a little bear in you, man. Because you
I
got
give
Cousins.
the Bears what they are, a B. Good
man,
job.
that's crazy, Jose.
Good job.
I got the same letter grade as you.
That's a good job.
For real.
I'm serious. That was good.
Justin Fields, I think, is a B right now. I do think he needs to figure out his
My
passing.
cousin, Mo, This guy Justin Field in all his fantasy teams, and he just right now he's in a league with all he's I'm not even in that league. He's in a league with my friends in Hamtramck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny.
And he's number 1.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he talking some last smack?
bro. His team's name is Soldier Fields.
Oh.
I love it.
Well, that's actually a good one.
Yeah,
Creative.
and he has Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts as his quarterbacks.
By the way, we got Jose. I'm happy to see you back in the right spot. That's Cal Trey. Then Devontae Adams wanted to leave for the Raiders, but Aaron Rodgers looked lost out there like he's looking for Devontae Adams. I wish Devontae Adams would want to come back, bring his family with him. And the purple and
the
gold.
way the games are going, the way the Raiders are playing. Oh my God, it's so nasty. But go ahead.
Yeah, the Raiders are a ticking
Disappointing.
time bomb ready
Yeah,
to.
it's like they're gonna release Carr, they're gonna trade away freaking Adams to
And they're gonna fire Josh McDaniels.
they're
And
gonna
he needs
fire
to go.
Josh McDaniels, and they're gonna just hit the
He
go
needs to
back
go.
to Oakland, pack up.
Everything's gonna change. Sell the stadium rights to someone else. All right, so Justin Fields, you got to be. We both agree with Justin Fields. So as of right now, because we got Mac Jones and Davis Mills left. Well, let's do Mac Jones then. Mac Jones got picked, I think, number 15, first rounder. What do you think about Mac Jones?
For where he's going, I'm giving him just because of what he's done. I mean, last year he got them to the playoffs. I was gonna say
And they're in the playoffs as of right now.
you know, I was gonna say C+, but now I'm going to the B-.
I'm gonna say C.
I'm going to the B-.
I'm gonna give him a C
It was,
because
number 1, it's a hard division.
it is.
And he's a Belichick type player. Belichick got what he wanted. Simple game manager. He's not gonna run an 80-yard touchdown for you, but you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C. I'm gonna give him a C because of the,
see what happens.
yeah, because at some point this year people were wanting Bailey Zappi to start over him, and I mean I don't think that was the best decision. But the fact that he is in that competition with a 4th or 5th rounder that got drafted,
Red flag.
yeah, that's a red flag to me, man. So I'm gonna give him a C. I think he's been nothing but average. How about
why-
Davis Mills?
First of all, you skipped 2 quarterbacks that went before Davis.
Go ahead. Who you got? Because I don't got.
First
those
of all,
guys.
just because of where Davis Mills went, they get a B+ because they're actually he won them some games.
I'll give him a B.
Okay, because you know the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took Kyle Trask out of Florida.
Kyle Trash.
Everybody forgot about him, and the Minnesota Vikings.
Ugh, Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
Did they release him?
I don't know.
I think they did.
I think he's still their number 2.
Oh, okay. Kellen Mond. That's messed
Yep.
up.
With that being said, it wasn't like it wasn't the 2012.
Yeah, dude. So Justin Fields is the best graded best player that's we're rating right now, and
As of now,
as of now,
we're not saying that's where it's going to be for good.
Yeah.
But there's room to grow.
yeah.
With that being said,
With that being said, that's our little quarterback breakdown of the 2021 class. I saw a post, and I was like, man, you know what, man, they were not as good as I thought they would be, man. Like I thought they would be 3 for sures. I think Justin Fields, I don't even know if he's a for sure yet. Like I don't even know if there's one real for sure. But they do still got potential. I think Fields, Lawrence might be those guys. Lance, you can't judge him. And Mac Jones, I guess, could still be that guy for New England, too. So we'll see. If they make the playoffs again this year, though, shout out to New England, man. There's something else over
we
there.
will see.
There's something else, all right? With that said, Yusuf, can you run our final ad of today, which is Hammer Time True Value Hardware? And now we're going to go into our Boom Phillies. And then we're going to talk about what are we looking forward to the most in this week. So, Yusuf, Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Hammer Time True Value Hardware has all of your hardware needs. They have items for cooling, heating, lawn care, plumbing, electrical, and much more. They have great service, great prices. If you want to shop local, then look no further than Hammer Time True Value Hardware, the best hardware store in the Detroit-Hamtramck area. The Detroit location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to BG, shout out to Adnan, and everybody over there at Hammer Time True Value Hardware. All right, Jose. So, first of all, Boom Phillies. For those that don't know, our Boom Phillies are players that we project or predict are going to get 1.5 times their projections. So far, I'm going to repeat it again. This is what the scores are at. In first place is Eric Ratonia at 31.4%. In second place is myself at 30.4%. In third place is my man Jose the Don at 21.6%. And third place is the guests, 27.2. Fourth place is Jose, 21.6. Fifth place is Moti, 19.5. And then sixth place is Tony at 19.2%. So that's where we're at. Remember, we're predicting that these guys get 1.5 times their projections. I think that this is a stat that is, I think you at the 25 to 30% range is very respectable because we're not saying that these guys are going to get their projections. We're saying that they're going to score 1.5 times their projections. So with that said, I'm going to quickly read over everybody's Boom Phillies, and then I'll say mine, and then Jose, you can say yours, all right?
Sure.
So starting off, who was the first one that posted? I think it was Cal Trey. Cal Trey represents the guests, by the way. So Cal Trey, by the way, he's holding it down for the guests,
Yeah,
Cal
he's the
Trey.
reason why they're
He
doing
definitely
good.
has a better percentage than Tony. I can guarantee you that. All right, Rondell Moore, Kenyon Drake, and Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, I didn't even know he had Kenyon Drake on there. That's funny. But yeah, I'm not doing Drake anymore.
Nope.
So Rondell Moore, Kenyon Drake, and Isaiah Pacheco. Okay. Moti got DeAndre Carter. He does play dudes prime time, so his is only the dudes that are playing on prime times, and he doesn't go after the big names. He kind of goes after guys that you probably are thinking about starting or might not start that are gonna blow up. So DeAndre Carter, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Trey McBride, the starting tight end for Arizona right now, and Juwan Jennings, the receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. Eric Rotonia, the leader of the leaderboard right now. Deontay Foreman, Tony Pollard, Cordell Patterson, and Chase Claypool. Tony got Chase Claypool, Melvin Gordon, Scary Terry, Robinson. Come on, Tony. You should message in the group. Like, what do you mean by Robinson? There's like 10 Robinsons.
Yeah, James, Brian, which one?
Yeah. And Allen Robinson could be too. And Wandale Robinson. All right. And then Elijah Mitchell. So Tony's is Claypool, Gordon, McLaurin, Robinson, and Elijah Mitchell. Okay. And then I'm thinking he's maybe going Brian Robertson. That's been his guy. Myself, my 5 Boom Phillies. I got Pacheco, Tony. I got Antonio Gibson, Dalton Schultz, and Cole Jarrett. All right, he's been balling, bro. I can't believe it. The tight end score from like 5 to 12 is like 1 point away from each other, right?
That's
5
crazy.
points. So you can have a top 5 tight end after this week that was number 12 last week. That's crazy. That tells you those top 4 tight ends are great, and Goddard was one of them, and he just got hurt. So the tight ends again this year, big thump. All right. With that said, Jose, you got Boom Phillies for us?
I do, but like 3 out of mine are same as yours, and it's just gonna be like a repeat. So I'd rather just send it to the group. You know what I'm saying? So, but just for the record, I do have Pacheco, Tony, Schultz. That's what I just looked at yours, and I was like, man, that's.
Are you really about to do all 3 of those?
Well, I got them in my starting lineups. Of course, I'm gonna do all 3 of those, but I'm gonna squeeze in some if. Alexander Madison is projected 3 points. He scores a touchdown every 3 games. Guess what? It's been 2 games since he scored.
Okay.
He's gonna score a touchdown game.
Is that your Boom Philly?
This is my This is my kaboom Philly.
Oh.
That's that sneaky if. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing in his lineup? But that's a lot of bye weeks. A lot of people are going.
Oh, you're starting him.
I'm not starting him.
Oh, okay,
I'm just saying
okay,
he's
okay.
just a sneaky, stinky if.
Yeah.
Just because, and I love Pickens. He's going against a good defense in the Bengals, but he's projected 10 points. I can easily see him doing his little 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But my guy.
Oh, you
my guy-
going 6?
I'm going 6.
6-pack special.
6-pack special is my guy. I like him, and I've just been riding him. I'm doing the gritty every time he does something crazy. Catch of the year last year. He's projected a whopping 22 points.
And you're gonna give him a Boom Philly.
I'm giving him a Boom Philly because I can smell a dirty 30.
All right, Justin Jefferson. This is this guy, by the way. If you guys
Yeah, I'm
didn't
so
know who
sorry.
that was.
So
Uh,
Justin Jefferson. So yeah,
who they playing?
they are playing the Dallas Cowboys, the game of the week.
Oof.
I expect that to be high scoring, no
Hey,
defense.
shout out to Jose. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie to you. I try to play the numbers game. I try to find people that are projected, respectfully, that I think can get it. Jose goes after the Devontae Adams, the Justin Jeffersons. He's going after the heavy hitters, and they've been producing for him too. So shout out to Jose. I try to stay away from those guys. 'Cause it's
Nobody
hard.
on the panel projects anybody that scores more than 15.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Stay away from that. That's my borderline.
But what you do, Yusuf, you look up and you see a star. You say what you say, man. That's a star.
Yep.
That's when I see that boy with the smile
Yep.
and them weird glasses he wears every week. When they look weird, there's stars out here. That's
Shoot for
what-
the moon.
Shoot for the.
Because then if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the line that I completely messed up. So here we
Yes.
go. We got a lot of comments. Do you guys think Diggs trade to Buffalo and how Vikings drafted Jefferson is a fair trade? So literally, it was like Jefferson for Diggs. Was it a fair trade? I still think Minnesota got a slight win because Justin Jefferson was cheap.
Yes.
So therefore, they were able to get other pieces. and younger, obviously. But that was one of the most fairest trades, if there was a fair trade ever, bro.
Yep.
Because
It's like-
Buffalo loves Diggs. They love Diggs, bro. He's probably the best receiver in the
That's like
Buffalo
do-
history.
It's like doing a trade in fantasy, and both you guys get a good player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, shout out to both teams. It doesn't usually work out that way.
Never does.
The biggest loser is Philadelphia taking
Jalen Rieger.
Jalen Rieger over Justin Jefferson, and Minnesota celebrated.
And
That's so messed. Like,
that was sad.
that's messed up.
J.J. Whiteside over DK Metcalf.
No, I was gonna say,
That's also messed up.
Luka Doncic and Trae Young.
No, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great trade. That was a
That's
very
great,
similar
great
NBA
example. Thank you.
Yeah, that was. So he just said, if you guys can't hear him, he said, look at Doncic, Trae Young. I think those are pretty much like the Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson trade. Even though I think Doncic to me is a little bit higher, a lot higher. Yeah, like Doncic to me is tier 1. Trae Young is tier 1B. Look at Doncic tier 1A. All right, so CBS asked Aaron Rodgers what was he going to do. All he told him is he was going to go home. I don't know why they asked that stupid question. They should know that he's not going to do nothing after the games are done. Why do you think they asked that? Because
It's over. Season's done.
yeah. Okay. Hey guys, not so much a fantasy question, but do you think that Jeff Wilson Jr. gets his top spot in Miami after Mercer after last week? Yes.
I'm sad, man.
Listen, Jeff.
Well, that's what Mostert. He went to the coaching staff and said, "Yo, he's a great player. Get him."
Yeah.
So,
he did, and
they're
they're
boys.
friends. Yeah, they're
Great
friends.
friends.
And to be honest with you, you start both of them in the flex.
Honest to God, like that. That's a high octane offense.
yeah.
Listen, I'm always about starting a high octane offensive player over anybody, man. I don't care. I'll start a number 2 on a high octane, then a number 1 on a dud offense, man.
You start Elijah Mitchell.
No, I'm not starting Elijah Mitchell yet. But if he does what he did last week, I'd start considering it. I was reading about how the game script kind of came into play with that. Like, if it's more of like a higher scoring game, then maybe he wouldn't be in there as much. McCaffrey would be in there catching passes. So I think that's why, Elijah Mitchell was in there. But, man, he gets anybody that gets 15 to 20 touches is worth starting at the end of the day. So I personally would start Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert in the flex option. If one person has Mostert, somebody has Jeff Wilson, you can't go wrong with starting those guys. All right, because Aaron Rodgers needs to go and let Jordan Love take over. Fans needs to see how he plays. Can't always rely on him. It's time to move on and let Jordan Love take over the team. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's yet. They don't give up on it yet. I know people are saying they're done. They're 4-7. I mean, theoretically they are, but he could play about 3 or 4 more games. And then the last 3 weeks, maybe once you figure out, like, okay, we're not gonna go anywhere. I don't see Green Bay. Why not? They play Jordan Love. This is pretty much his last chance to show is he worth it? Can we trade Aaron Rodgers? If not, we need to figure it out because Green Bay is in a bad situation right now.
Yep.
They're in a bad situation because they gave Aaron Rodgers a lot of money.
And you don't know which way you're going.
Yes, so it's messed up. All right. Is Zeke worth playing this week? I got Connor and Algier and running back and Deontay Johnson at flex. So is Zeke worth playing this week against Minnesota?
Is Zeke worth playing any week?
I'm not gonna lie to you. He was
I'm
one
gonna
of
be
the
honest.
people I
he's
told
gonna-
people to stay away from him this year.
He's gonna be the 10 guy. He's gonna get you 10 the most. Like I think, like 10, 13.
Yeah, like to me, Zeke's ceiling is 12. Like he gets these 60 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
He's not catching passes like that.
Because they got Tony Pollard.
Yeah, and now they got their receivers back. They got their whole team back pretty much. So it's like, are you okay with 12 points?
Do you want 12 points from your?
Start Zeke.
If it's PPR, no. If it's standard, yeah.
So basically, his question is Zeke or Deontay Johnson or Algier.
Who else? Deontay? Oh, the receiver. Jesus.
I'll start Zeke over Algier. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I can't
that-
start Algier, man.
Because of Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, like I can't start Algier. Like I know he's very efficient, but man, Atlanta's running game is like the Lions' running game, bro. Like you don't know who's gonna be the guy. So I can't start Algier, man. In my opinion. Seems like when Devontae Adams went down or just got in trouble, not his fault, was the camera guy that got in the way, and for that now he's getting called to court and on his face he looks like he regretted it. Yeah, I mean that's a very sad situation, messed up situation. Leaving Packers, in my opinion, it seems like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams clicked. It seems like when he went to the Raiders, he's not doing good in football, and Aaron Rodgers having a bad season. Yeah, it was a bad decision on both part. Very bad decision, I think, on their part because they both look bad. They both do not look good right now, and they need help. So Aaron Rodgers looks like he needs Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams looks like he needs Aaron Rodgers. Even though, by the way, Devontae Adams is inconsistent, he's having a good year, solid year. He's a top 7 wide receiver right now. Those blow up weeks that he had put him up there.
You want to know?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean? Like you going to put him ranking?
I'm going to show you where he's ranked.
Yeah, like he's
I think
top 7 and 8, man.
Yeah, I think number 1 right now is Tyreek Hill though.
Yeah, Tyreek
Still.
Hill, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, I think are the top 3 if I remember correctly with what I've seen.
Number 1, Justin Jefferson. Number 2, Stephon Diggs. I'm
Okay.
sorry, this is not. My bad, guys.
Okay, it's okay.
I did the projections. So.
Okay.
Yeah, number 1, Hill.
Yep.
Then
2
you got
Diggs.
Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Cup, then Adams.
Adams is number 5. There you go. So like,
But just for the record, between 1 and 4, it's 20 points.
okay.
So
Yeah, and then Adams kind of drops off a
yeah,
little
it's
bit.
like 183.
Okay.
And behind him, Waddle. Guess who's behind Waddle?
Christian Kirk.
Yep, Christian
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Christian
Christian
Kirk.
Kirk.
You're a Kirk.
Yeah. You're a Kirk. Shout out to Christian Kirk, man. I kind of don't know about football. I don't know much about losing all them games. Are they out of the playoff run in Super Bowl? So, just to answer your question, they're
No.
not officially out of the playoffs yet.
Because they got 3 wild. Is it
Yes, 3 wild card spots, and so San Francisco's
Yeah, because
5
only
and
number
4.
1 gets a bye week. That's
Yeah,
it.
San Francisco's number.
Like a new rule this year?
I
Last
think it was
year.
last year. San Francisco is the 7th seed. They're 5 and 4. Green Bay is 4 and 7. Let's say San Fran loses. They're 5 and 5. They're 4 and 7. So theoretically, you know, they are not out
Theoretically,
of
the
it.
Lions are still in it. So yeah, they're all.
But the Packers are not playing like a playoff team. They are not gonna make it to the Super Bowl. I could guarantee you that. But they're not officially mathematically out of it. I mean, to be honest with you, nobody's mathematically out of it yet. It's still got 7 games left for everybody. So everybody's theoretically still in it right now. So,
right.
Jose,
Yeah.
4 minutes left.
All right.
What you looking forward to the most this week? You know, matchups, games. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, like I talked about it earlier. The game of the week to me is the Cowboys versus the Vikings.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying
Is it 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock?
It's a 4:25 game.
Nice.
That's why I'm gonna take my wife out at 1. 8 o'clock game. We got a good game tonight. We got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. It was technically a 4 o'clock game, but then they flexed it. Thank God.
They got to
Yeah.
do that for the rest of the year.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
And like I said, remember what I said Tuesday to the group? I want to know what's going on with McCaffrey, San Fran. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Now you got Elijah Mitchell back. You look dumb.
Yeah.
Like now it looks like you guys didn't really need a McCaffrey.
yeah.
Honestly, they look like they could have kept Mitchell.
And Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, and it's like
Like,
I don't get it, man. Sometimes
I don't get it either, man.
I think. Listen,
These guys are put in positions to make big decisions.
I think Kyle Shanahan picked up McCaffrey just so next year it's easier for Trey Lance.
But McCaffrey running backs another year, another year.
Another more tread on a tag.
Yeah, like
man.
running back is so hard
And-
to invest
And
in.
most importantly,
so hard to invest.
what I'm looking for this week, I want Dan Campbell to do something that the Lions have never done before. I think we'll win 2 games in a row on the road.
on the
Well,
road.
on the road, back-to-back wins.
Dan the man.
And it's against a legit contender.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the Detroit Lions hosting the Browns and Bills in Ford Field. All right, people, man. So it's so funny. I wanted to tell you guys. I mean, I think I messaged it in a group, RNFL. So last week I was with my cousin Saad and a couple of his friends that live in Flint now, but grew up in Buffalo, came over, and I was just sitting there. We were talking about you know Buffalo fans. They talk about the Bills 24/7. So they're talking about the Bills, and I was like, man, y'all don't appreciate it though, man. You know we came through for y'all that one time. That's what I told them. And they started laughing. They're like, man, what are you talking about? Like, all the sales went to you guys, all that stuff. I was like, so what, though? We still opened our doors for you guys. You know, we said, welcome to our city. So crazy that we were talking about that. And the next week, as soon as they made the announcement they might have to reschedule, I was like, are the Lions playing at home this week? I was like, oh, they're not. Didn't really cross too much in my mind. I was like, nah, I don't think they're going to do it. Detroit opens the door again, man. Like,
Yeah.
the Lions, the football people, you know, I don't want to call them football gods. The football people need to bless Detroit, man. Seriously. Like, they need to give us something because we're just that team that, number one, gets the, you know, we just get the worst situations possible in every situation possible. We're opening our doors for people to come play on our field. You know, getting all these people to work and they had to change the logo. You know they had to change the logos. You can't have a line in the middle of the field.
They probably put an NFL logo.
Yeah, or something. I don't know what they did. I saw them working, so I don't know what they put on there. But, you know, come on, man. Shout out to the Lions, bro. But Buffalo, Cleveland, that's going to be an interesting game at Ford Field. That's so funny they're playing in Detroit, man. Shout out to Detroit, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Know, I know
I
the
got
NFL.
a lot of Buffalo friends of mine are going to the game. A lot.
Yeah, so it should be great. I mean, honestly, it's a great game. It's probably one of the best games in Ford Field this year. Sadly. All right. Eckler and Chubb both had rough weeks last week. Do you think they get back to form this week? Yes.
Bounce
I
back,
mean,
bounce back. Both.
They're both RB1s, top 5 running backs. Might be top 1 and 2 to be honest, or 3.
I think Eckler is the number 1 running back in the NFL.
So at the end of the day, they
Fantasy?
do their thing. Nick Chubb, you can't bench him. Eckler, you can't bench him. And obviously, I mean, I don't think you're thinking about benching him, but are they going to get back? I think so. Good players make plays. That's what they do. All right.
What about Cooper?
Amari Cooper, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Amari Cooper is a tough one. Depends on your situation. Now, your situation is, so you would bench Olave. So he has Cooper, Pittman, Olave, and Mike Williams. Jose, those 4. Who you benching? Olave,
Pittman, Cooper.
Mike Williams, and Olave, and Brandon Ayuk, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of players that are very similar.
Yeah, they're all in the like
Twos.
Twos could be 1 in the game. You know. What I mean?
Yeah, they're all twos pretty
Close
much.
your eyes and do this.
All right. With that said, I also want to say make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, OzMedia313, Facebook, Fantasy Guys, Instagram, The Fantasy Guys, Apple and Spotify podcast under OzMedia, TikTok, OzMedia. Future reference, if you ever want to call in, 313-306-1750. That is our number, 313-306-1750. Is Cooper Kupp done for the year? I think so. I think
out,
once the
yeah.
Rams. So as of right now, it's probably 4 to 6 weeks. That's what they said. So 4 weeks from now, let's say the Rams are 4-10.
No, well, right now they got no projections for him. They gave him a 6 to 8 week window.
6 to 8 week. Wow.
Changed.
Yeah. So let's say the Rams are 5-10, and there's 2 games left. What's the point? You know,
The
or
game,
3
the
games
game
left.
that the game they're projecting him to come back is week 17.
Yeah. Like
He's done,
I
guys.
think the Rams are gonna shut him down as long
And it
as
sucks.
they're out of it.
Because I had Cooper Kupp and McCaffrey on a team, man. I was
Yeah. That
so
sucks.
much potential.
That sucks. Cooper Kupp getting hurt, and I mean
But
any
the team
player getting
bounced
hurt.
back.
Any player gets hurt, it sucks. But thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for all the questions. You know, let your friends know, man. This is what we do. Realistically, we can answer questions the whole show if that's what y'all want us to do. So that's why we're here to answer your questions. Let your friends know this is what we do. Call us out if we don't get the right answer. But we're here to show you guys that we know what we're talking about. So send your questions away. Let your friends know. We go live every Sunday at 11:30. We'll be back next Sunday. Should have another great show. Looking forward to it. Make sure you guys tune in. Oz Media, 11:30.
Let them enjoy the snow.